Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you could see it and you could purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. And today we are discussing a lovely and overlooked modern Rolex masterpiece. This is the Rolex Cellini Prince reference 5442/5 in Everose red gold. The timepiece easy to wear and based on the 1928 Rolex Prince, it's an absolute gem and one of the rarest combinations of Rolex traits you'll find, as this is a non-round, non-oyster case, display caseback, manual wind, full strap Rolex dress watch. 26.6 millimeters from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock, not including the crown. The watch is slender, 11.7 millimeters, and you can see that the case flank is stepped a little bit, so this one slides easily underneath the cuff, as a dress watch should. It's also handsomely cropped at the ends, though elliptically tapered in exquisite fashion. The watch is only 43.9 millimeters across the wrist, and then there's a 19 millimeter spacing between the lugs. So that 43.9 means I can recommend this watch for a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference. It is an absolute joy to wear. The watch is fully integrated in its aesthetic, as there's very little daylight visible between the strap and the case flank, so the strap more or less continues into the lines of the case. The strap is also handsome and seamless, meaning it has no stitch. It is a bonded strap, so calfskin on the bottom and a gloss large rectangular scale alligator leather on the top. Rolling over to the clasp, you can see that it is red gold like the watch itself, and it is a friction fit snap system with several divots drilled on both sides. So although there are several different OEM strap sizes, you also have the ability to change the strap location by re-anchoring it inside the clasp on both sides for fine-tuning of the fit. The clasp itself is solid, handsome, and as with the other Everose red gold components, the redness comes from a high proportion of copper, and the ever factor, that is the ever and ever factor that prevents it from fading to yellow gold, that is due to a high proportion of platinum in the alloy. Now you can see the case itself features handsome details such as the stepped out case flank and then the continuation of the lug shoulders and the lug hood into the form of the crystal, and you can see this is a dramatically cambered crystal that traces the arc of the case itself, and it's equal in height to the lug hoods themselves, so there's a wonderful coherence about all of these shapes. This dial is all about Art Deco style gadroons, and they radiate out from an imaginary center point roughly at the middle of the sub-seconds register. You have blackened tri-Arabic numerals 3, 6, and 9, applique indices and Rolex crown, and then a lovely set of horizontal gadroons, immaculately polished without a single optical flaw, so they catch the light almost like faceted and cut gems. So there's a lot going on with the light on this dial thanks to the gadroon system. You'll also appreciate that the shoulders of the inner bezel are rather high, creating a handsome flanking appearance that lends considerable depth to the dial itself. You have a crown that's simple with the Rolex crown. It is not an oyster case, and this is not a conventional oyster caseback. This is the first and only series production Rolex display caseback collection. The Prince, as you see it here, was manufactured from 2005 to 2014, and each version of the watch featured movement finish or movement design that would perfectly parallel the design of the dial side and the case. So what you have here is actually a DLC anthracite coated sunray set of bridges with that same explosive rayon set of gadrones, and it all radiates out from an imaginary center point atop the balance. You have a full balance bridge for shock resistance, and you have a free-sprung architecture for further shock resistance. You have Rolex's proprietary Paraflex shock protection system, so this movement is all Rolex, that slight anthracite PVD, giving it a glittering gray rather than silver appearance. Black polished screw heads and then satin finish on the visible wheels. Manual wind, 70-hour power reserve. You could see that this is caliber 7040-2 because it says so on the ratchet wheel atop the barrel. 21 jewels 28,800 vibration per hour beat rate. It does feature hacking or stop seconds, and it is easily the best looking Rolex movement of all time, as well as a shaped and sized caliber designed expressly for this watch. Now, 30 meters water resistant, it's not an aquatic timepiece, but then again, every other Rolex is. We don't need this one to be so. See it and wear one of the rarest and most unusual modern Rolex timepieces on the watch box.